What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Hope you are having a great one as always. Today I'm pretty excited for this. We're taking a look at a 1/6 figure of Smitsvig. Now, if you're not familiar with Smitsvig, it's Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Gwen. Now, that's a little deceiving because as far as I'm concerned, this is actually a Spider-Ham figure. It just comes with a really cool Spider-Gwen accessory. So we're just going to go ahead and get cracking into this and take a look at both of those. Now, I am a pretty big fan of Spider-Ham. He's the man. Spider-Gwen, I also simp for pretty hard. So I was very excited that they did this figure. Also, I really liked Into the Spider-Verse. If you haven't seen that movie, you probably should. It's a dang good one. So definitely worth checking out. Now, I don't honestly own any other Spider figures. So this is technically my first and second, because as far as I'm concerned, Spider-Ham, main course, Spider-Gwen, the entree. This box is awesome looking, though. There's the dude right there. And we'll go ahead and take it out of this candy wrapping here. And on out of there. Now, the figure's relatively easy to come by at the moment still. You can get her through Sideshow, Big Bad Toy Store, pretty much any of the good spots. I got mine through Sideshow directly. It was a decent weight, but not terrible. I gotta say, this box is incredible. It's just so cool looking. I really dig the colors that they did with it. That light blue is my jam. There you see, you got Spider-Ham. See, it can't possibly be a Spider-Gwen figure because he's the main attraction. She's just up there swinging in. It should say Spider-Ham with Spider-Gwen. But that's okay. I digress. We'll move on. Now, interestingly enough, she is in the Spider-Ham universe. It's Gwen Stacy. She's a penguin. So I always thought that was kind of nice. Go ahead and slip that bad boy on off. And they did some really cool stuff with the packaging on this. I like the window box. You really can't go wrong with that. Suppose you might want to take a better look at her. There she is in all her glory. And there you can see the little snoot to the man there. So we'll go ahead and pull all of this good stuff out. Take a nice up-close look at all of the goodies that they come with. Now, there is a Spider-Verse Miles Morales figure coming out down the road, which I am definitely picking up. I am hoping with the new Spider-Verse movie coming, they will do some extra stuff. I really want an animated 2099. I think that would be a pretty cool one to see. But, you know, we'll see what happens. High hopes, low expectations. Best way to do things. Alright, she comes with a ton of stuff. I'm actually quite impressed. There is also, I will attempt to pull it out at some point and take a look-see at it. But you get this really cool backdrop that you can build for. It is just cardboard, but it's super bright colored. Very awesome looking. Pretty much just a total like color splash, for the lack of a better word. So it brings a lot of flavor to it. Now here you have the tray in all of its glory. They load you up with hands. Holy moly. I'm not going to take too close of a look at these because they're honestly just white gloved. But she can rock the goat, so if you want to have her go to a metal concert, you got that option. It's kind of fun. They loaded her up pretty good. Got some good web shooting poses. No finger point, which is a little sad. I do like that she's got a thumbs up, though. That makes my day. So that's kind of cool. Gives you a whole bunch of stuff you can play with her. Out of here. There we go. Go over there. Yeah, that's a little better. All right. Now the suit, again, I don't own any other Spider-Man. I've heard the suit is very similar to how the other ones are designed. One thing I'm going to say about her as I yank off this plastic here, she feels very lightweight. I don't want to say cheap, but definitely light. I might end up having to take her hand off to get this plastic off because it is being a pain in the butt. That is some of the most difficult plastic I've ever had to remove in my life. And I'm still actually battling with it, which is either saying a lot about the plastic or very little about me. Maybe a combination of both, tough to say, but we're almost there. Now, normally with figures, this stuff just peels right off, so I'm pretty surprised that this one is not. There we go. Alright. That took a whole lot more effort than it should have. Not looking forward to repeating the process with her little feet, but we'll get that done now. Now the feet are at least taped, so that I can kind of see why it might be tricky. I don't know how they sealed the wrist ones. Probably also with tape, and I'm just a dummy. But either way, we'll get them. Alright, one down. Last but not least. Alright, there we go. Alright. Sadly has some inside her hood. Mainly because I dropped it. It'll fall out eventually. Anyway, here we go. Ta-da! Yay! As you can see, I've got some plastic stuck in there. I'm definitely going to be swapping her head at some point, so that's no biggie. But let's take a good little look at this gal. So the suit is honestly a pretty cool fabric. I do kind of see what people talk about with the Spider-Man ones, though. Kind of bunches up when you pose her. So I worry, depending on how dynamic you go, you may get some weird creases. It may even flake over time. I guess time's going to tell with that one. Now, pose-wise, from everything I've seen, this girl is pretty dang limber. And so far, I would certainly agree. There you go, flex them guns. That's a pretty... She can do crunches pretty well. A little toughness there. She's not going to do the splits anytime soon, but that's all right. Oh, that sounds so delightful. Yeah, she's going to be able to hold a ton of different poses. Only real downside, not going to be able to have her doing the splits. So side kicks are out. But, you know, you'll get quite a bit with her. Not too much in the ankle department, but that's okay. A little restricted by the boots, I'm sure. But I will say, pretty dang cool. Now, I myself am going to end up getting a backup suit for her. There's one made by a company called I8 Toys. At least I'm pretty sure it's I8 that did them. Either way, if you do some Googling or some Amazon, you can definitely come across them. Probably worthwhile. Let's go ahead and fly into this. She does have a little fabric mask that she comes with, so when you've got her normal head on, she can hold that. And that I find delightful. This here, Okay, I was kind of hoping this would be a tray. It's not. I've got a little makeup mirror, which is super cool. Her phone, which is awesome. Go ahead and pull this out just so you can see that cute little image of her and Miles. So that's super cool. Love that. And then she's got a bunch of different sets of eyes. You can actually take the eyes off of her head here. You can kind of hear her move around a little bit. And swap them out with different ones, so she's got different facial expressions, which is super cool. She does have a physics book, which there is actual text in it. Kind of curious if it's readable. It is. So it actually is an instruction book for the figure itself. This product is suitable for ages 15 and up. Please read. That's really fun. Okay, that's cool. It's kind of the same thing repeated over and over again, but that's neat. Good job, Hot Toys. I don't think you'll be able to read it, but maybe you can. Anyway, kind of cool. I like that they did that. Better than leaving the pages blank, that's for sure. Now you do, of course, get some extras in case you want her without that mask. Which honestly is probably how I'm going to rock her, because I love the look of this head sculpt, which I don't want to drop. Now, also going to point out, you will notice no obnoxious seam on the top of that. So they knocked it out of the park with her. I don't know why they failed on some of the other ones, but that looks incredible. Really, really outstanding there. And if you do decide to go with that, got a little hood down option that you can put on. And essentially, you would pull both of those off, put that piece on, plop the head on, and be good to go. It's probably how I'm going to end up posing her, to be honest. Not 100% on that. Haven't quite decided. They're coming out with a like a red. It's basically the Gwen Carnage. I think Superduck is making it. In any event, I might get that and then use the regular Gwen head sculpt for that. Or I've wanted to track down War Story, the company that's got that really cool Panther Queen. They made a Gwenum years ago. She's expensive at this point, so I might not get her anytime soon, but I definitely want her. So here's the man of the hour. His hand is wrapped very well. I don't want to fiddle with it. You don't need to watch me play with packing tape for another 5 minutes, so we're just going to leave his hand in plastic for now. Don't worry, I'll let it breathe soon enough. But they did outstanding with him. There's a double kiss. That's really cool. I might try and sculpt a Gwenum, or Gwen Stacy. Penguin Gwen. There we go. We'll just call her Penguin Gwen. Because I feel like I might, I don't have much skill, but I might be able to make one out of clay. It might be something I can pull off. May have to give it a whirl. Or I'll use Facebook and find somebody that's actually got skill and pay them to do it. That's also an option. Now for other accessories with them, we're just going to glance at them real fast. You do get some fun little web pieces, so you can kind of splash some web on people. All of these guys here, just these little kind of normal web strands. And they did do a pretty cool job with them. They're really nicely detailed, so that's nice. We'll be able to do a lot of fun stuff with them. I don't think any of them are really bendable, but there are some curved ones in there. Really, they just kind of load you up with a whole bunch of different ones. Let's see if I can pull out most of them. It's going to be kind of tricky to see, but there's the tray of a few. So you got 2 short ones down there, a couple long ones, one that's a little curved guy there. And then you have some more significantly curved options available right in there. So they just kind of go to town and load you with webbing, which is awesome. Now she does have the dynamic stand, which they made in white. I'm not going to pull it out because you've seen them before, other than you may not have seen a white one. But that base is awesome. Again, that color splash is just super cool. I've seen her post pretty cool with some blacklight stuff. Same with the Mysterio figure that's out, so that's probably what I'm going to try and end up doing, is make a blacklight setup for her. And I imagine most of that will probably be pretty delightful once you get some cool color to it. Now, one thing I will try and do very, very quickly. Ooh, what's this? That would be the Spider-Ham stand. So, makes it nice and easy if you want him to actually stand up. I do like that they added it. I'm kind of baffled at the weird coloration on it. I'm not entirely sure why they did that. I wonder if that's supposed to represent shadow, maybe? I got nothing. I think that's just a weird goof, but you got little foot pegs. They peg in right there. It's really weird. I'm going to have to check others and see if others have that. Maybe mine's just special. I certainly don't care because he's going to be standing on it, so it's not a big deal to me by any means, but definitely a little abnormal. Now, if you did stick around this long, I'm going to try real quick to take a look, or at least glance at this cool little backdrop that they got. Maybe, if I can get it out. Alright. Now the figure was, as I undo this, I think about 250, 260 bucks. I honestly don't remember with her. I don't think she was overly pricey compared to other Hot Toys. But really, like I said, I do some for her pretty hard. So when they announced her, I pre-ordered her and paid her off right away. So I honestly am not entirely sure on what that ended up as. Now I am kind of bummed because it looks like mine might be a little broken there. Maybe not. I have a feeling it is. Yeah, something tells me it's not supposed to look like that. So that's kind of a bummer. Might reach out to Sideshow about that. They're usually pretty good about that sort of thing. And honestly, with this being just cardboard, they might be able to get a replacement pretty easy for me. So, yeah, we'll see what they can do. Worst case scenario, it is just cardboard, but look at that. That's so darn cool. Really, really neat. Straighten that out. Might end up just taping that. I don't know. We'll reach out to them, see what they say, like I said. And then you do also get a couple other little pieces to kind of plop on there and spice it up a bit. I'll leave these in the plastic, but you basically get some fun little effects. Get a nice little blast of Spider-Ham hitting some hot dogs there, knocking them out of the park. And then that piece, I'm assuming, is just to make it all stand up, because there's nothing on the back side of that either. So, there you have it. If you are a Spider-Gwen fan, I'm certainly happy with it. I can't imagine you would be disappointed. Really, the only sad thing for me is that the piece of cardboard seems to be busted. And in the grand scheme of things, that's not the end of the world. So I will go ahead, reach out to Sideshow, see what they say about it. Maybe they'll be able to help, who knows. If not, like I said, no biggie. Also, real quick, wanted to give a big shout out and big old heart. We just recently cracked over 100 subscribers, which kind of surprised me. I don't really advertise the channel at all. I just kind of put up the videos. So anybody that stumbles across here and subscribes, I truly love you and appreciate it. I'm going to do a giveaway sometime soon. So once I figure out what, I'll go ahead and do a little video for it. And we'll send something off to someone. Yeah, something like that. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weeks. Keep on cracking and have a great one.